Hi, my name is Charissa. Imagine you are with your significant other and they are drunk. They are so drunk, you are terrified. What would you do? They get in your face, they call you names. Well, for me, I punched him in the face. I don't know what else to do, I was terrified. But after that, it was throwing me down, spitting in my face, making me feel, what am I gonna do, in a corner. Got literally pushed in a corner. I've been in 2 domestic violence relationships in my life. I'm 31 years old. My 20s, it was all verbal abuse. He was also an he had drug problems and he had alcohol problems as well. And I remember he used to tell me, you know, if I buried you in the desert, nobody would ever find you. And he would say it very jokingly, and I didn't know how to take that. The second one was a little over 3 years ago, and he was just alcoholic to the extreme. He literally was drunk every single day. And to the point where I used to tell him, you know, you're in your late 30s, why are you still acting like you're in college? I don't understand that. And he really loved he would reenact college every single day. Well, I met Bobby through a friend, through Gloria, right? And when I learned about her story, I was so amazed about how she could take a horrible situation with what happened with her daughter and turn it into an extremely positive opportunity for others to share a message. That message is to promote healthy dating relationships. Now, how many of you have met her personally? Everyone's pretty much met her personally, right? In the whole room? Or no? Can I see raise of hands? Okay, so for the people who have met her, when you meet her, don't you feel that instant connection? You just fall in love with her immediately, right? Yes. That's exactly how I felt when I first met her. And when I remember we met at a Starbucks, and I said, wow, this woman is just incredible. I love her message. I love what she's doing. And she goes all around the state, all around the country, just doing workshops, talking to everybody and anybody of all ages. I can tell you, when I was in high school, there was no Bobbies in high school. I didn't have anybody come in and do a presentation or a workshop or a program or even give me a brochure about what a good relationship was, a respectful relationship was. I didn't know. So I always figured the first one I was with, I said, you know what, he just loves me. I know that he has issues, but deep down I know that he really loves me. It's all good. And I used to tell myself excuses that everything's gonna be okay. Who knows where I would be right now, even if I had those programs and workshops available to me. Let's see, the night that my ex, just over 3 years ago, was really drunk, I was very scared for the 100th time. I was called a CUNT pretty much the entire night. And at one point, I finally kicked him out of the house. I was so scared. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call Bobby because she knows what needs to be done. And I called her, I said, this is what's happening, and she had no idea. Because when you're in an abusive relationship, you really don't tell anybody. You don't say anything to anybody. It's like your own problem, and you just kind of keep it to yourself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to tell her. I know she's going to help me. She has the resources. And I explained to her what was going on, and she gave me those options. She's like, you need to call the police right away. You need to get an order of protection, and he is not going to change. And this is very disrespectful, and you know the signs now. You've done a few presentations, and it was funny. I did a few presentations with her right before, in the middle of this relationship, and I'm thinking, what am I doing with this guy? So I finally, that night, the next day, I had the courage to break up with him. I said, it's over. And Bobby is definitely one of those women, one of those people in general that you helped me with that. You gave me the courage to say, no, I am not going to do this anymore. I know I'm better than that. I deserve better, and you need to get out of my life now. Katie's way is a necessity. It is so important for her to do this. Not only her, for anybody else who wants to volunteer to do these presentations. The message itself alone should drive anybody to help. Her why Has he, anybody heard of Simon Sinek? His Power of Why? There you go. He talks about how your why is important, because your why is why anybody you do, your why is your passion. It's what drives you. Her why is bigger than her. It's bigger than anything. She does not want anyone else to experience what she experienced, because no more Katie's. And whatever she needs to do, she will get that done. Well, after that relationship ended, I'd said, if you know me, I used to tell myself for years I would never get married. I always thought there was nobody out there for me. And I decided, I made a decision right after that relationship ended. I am no longer going to allow anybody to treat me the way that he treated me in my previous relationship when I was in my early 20s. No longer. I put my foot down. I was done. And I said, I'm going to focus only on me. I want to work on my relationship with myself. And I tell people, once you start working on the inside is when your outside changes. Once I stopped looking for the one is when the one found me. So I'm very excited. I got married back on New Year's Eve, and it's funny, if you've known me forever, I've been through 5 divorces with my parents. So my dad's been married 5 times, mom's been married 3. Even I always said I'm never gonna get married. But once I started working on me is when it all came together. I'm very happy that I'm here today, so thank you so much, and have a good day. Thanks.